Today is Father's Day, and the world says Happy Father's Day. But the truth is, many fathers are not truly happy. Many fathers aren't truly happy. Some are tired, some are worn out completely, some are dying silently, and nobody knows about it. So let's talk about what people aren't really talking about, the silent crisis that men are facing, the silent pain that many men are going through today. So I talked about the article I read just this morning. It says a popular person in Lagos, Otumba Kunle Akinyele, he slumped at his wife's 60th birthday Thanksgiving. It was quite shocking. But more than death, it revealed an unseen war that many men are fighting, the exhaustion, the buried stress, the untreated ailments, all in the name of strength. Now, in the now viral video shared by a certain Ayoade Ojeni on Sunday, some weeks ago, he said the late businessman appeared visibly distressed. He was visibly distressed, gesturing, like requesting for water, for inhaler, was grasping for breath. Moments before slumping while delivering his testimony at his wife's 60th birthday Thanksgiving service. And this is not just news, right? Because I know most of us have heard this, but it's a mirror of what many men go through on a daily basis. Many men. Now, I was with a man some days ago, and we had such a rough day. And along the line, the wife called him, and then and he was trying to explain to her what he was going through. And she said, "Hope you don't chop. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just keep on doing the work. Shall eat." And that sounded like she cared about him, but I thought deeper. I said, this man was complaining to his wife how stressed he was about what he was doing. But she, I salute men out there. But the question now is, how did we get here? Because there's this silent pressure cooker of masculinity. Men are taught, don't cry. Men are taught, be the provider. They are taught to carry the load. They're even told, die if you must, but never look weak. Yet, under the mask of this strength, many of them have hypertension. Many of them have mental breakdown. Many of them have depression. But who are they going to say it to? Because the people they are supposed to share this situation they are experiencing with, are expecting from them. And many of these men, their dreams just die quietly. Masculinity, when warped, can become a silent weapon. Not against other people, but against yourself. So, am I saying don't be masculine as a man? Don't be responsible. Don't take responsibility for what is going on in your home or your family. I'm not saying that. But don't be such a strong man that you are dying inside on a daily. Because it looks like we've redefined masculinity so much that we now measure it by how much a man can suffer in silence. They will say, suck it up, a man. It is well. The book of Psalms chapter number 127 and verse 2 says, it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow, for he gives his beloved sleep. But that's not the reality of an average Nigerian man, or let me say a Lagosian. Because an average person wakes up 4 a.m. and doesn't get back to bed until maybe around 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. Statistics says that an average person spends about 6 hours on a daily basis to and from work in traffic. No rest, no reflection, no routine checkup. If I say, call me now, people who have done their annual routine checkup in the last 1 year, I'll hardly get calls. You listening to me, when last did you go for a checkup to see how your body is functioning? Because you are going about your business, trying to put food on the table, trying to ensure that your kids have the kind of life you didn't have. So your time is stolen from you, your rest is stolen from you, time with your family is stolen from you, time to reflect and pursue your personal dreams and aspirations is stolen from you. And then we say rest is a myth. In fact, I like the way your Bible put it, they say, Ojo kul, Ojo simi. And then your joy is now being rationed like forced scarcity. What's the result? What that Otumba experienced? Sudden collapse, undiagnosed illnesses, emotional isolation. Men who are physically present but emotionally absent. They are running on empty, but they are running. Just like a car that doesn't have fuel in it and it's still moving. It's just a matter of some seconds before it stops. And when it does stop, if you don't get for it, it's not going to move again. But when you have so created a system around you that there is nowhere you get support from, by the time you run empty, you run dry, nobody's going to come support you. Our society, praises men for being rocks, forgetting that even rocks get eroded with time. When water falls long enough, just droplets of water long enough on a rock, it will make a mark. It will make a mark. And there are real life stories. There's the MC lawyer who collapsed during his work. He was doing an MC job. Or like the popular Mr. Ibu who suffered in private and also in public. Or Robin Williams. See, we can go on and on and on and on talking about these people. And then when we say these things, you say, oh, it's not my portion. Yes, we know it's not your portion, but you need to take care of yourself as a man. Because the real tragedy is not that men die. The real tragedy is what dies in men while they are alive. So today I've come to encourage you as a man to redefine what strength is. Because strength isn't how much you carry. You are not El Shaddai. If you try to be El Shaddai, you shall die. You shall. So your strength is not in how much you carry. Your true strength is in how well you manage the little that you are carrying. So check your vitals, your medicals, before you check your wallet. If you know you are going through a psychological or mental, seek therapy. Therapy is not weakness. Therapy is just like you servicing your inner engine. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't. About, I think about 2 years now, I was in this gathering of men, just men, somewhere on the island, and we just sat down in this restaurant, just men. Okay, I think there was one woman amongst us, one woman that behaves even like a man. And the men took turns talking about what they were going through in their lives. Men were in their 70s, men in their 60s, 50s, 40s, to talk about what they were going through. And I could see the pain that these men carried, that they dare not speak about at home. But in a place where nobody was going to judge them, they were able to speak freely. One of the men says that almost every month he tells his wife that he's traveling for work, but he just goes somewhere else, still within this Lagos. Just gets a hotel room and stays there for some days, 5 days, 6 days. Not that he's doing anything wrong. He just goes there to stay, to cool off. Nobody should stress me. Nobody's asking for anything. Because he can't rest in his home, in his own home. Another said something that really touched. He said it was the day he married his second wife that his first wife stopped troubling him. That she started troubling the second wife. And that was the breakthrough that he got. I said, why did he have to get to that point? See, even Jesus took care of himself. Jesus that came to die for the world. His job, his purpose was to come to save the world. But while he was at it, guess what the guy did? This is book of Mark, chapter number 6 and verse 31. He says, then Jesus said, let's go off by ourselves to a quiet place and rest for a while. So I'm thinking about it now. With the supernatural power that Jesus had, he didn't need to go anywhere to rest. But he said, let us go off by ourselves. He said this because so many people were coming and going that Jesus and his apostles didn't even have time to eat. That is the story of many men around. You are listening to me, you know that is your story. You can't take a break, you can't take a day off. A man once told me, he occupied an important position in one of the banks. And he worked so hard that he couldn't go on holiday. Like, he has enough to go out of the country on holiday, vacation, but he couldn't. Why? Because he was trying to put the money into the family to see that they do this, they do that. So one day, the boss told him, if I hear that you did not travel out during this your break, make sure you leave this country, go somewhere and relax. You work too hard, take a few weeks. When you come back, he said he then did it. He traveled. And while he came, ah man, and I don't blame us. It's a good thing to be responsible. He said he got back and he calculated how much money he had spent traveling to go and relax, and he wished he had not traveled. He wished he had put the money into some things they had to do in the house. But on the flip side, he saw the level of rest he was able to get, and he didn't feel too bad. Because if he had stayed back and spent the money on what they needed money for, he wouldn't have rested. Work would have resumed and just keep on going like that in a cycle. So Jesus took breaks. Even God worked for 6 days and he took break. He rested. He rested. So as a man, you must give yourself permission to rest without feeling guilty. It's okay. It is okay. That problem you are trying to solve will still be solved. I tell you, will still be solved. Stop behaving like El Shaddai. Stop behaving like El Shaddai. The more you try to be El Shaddai, trying to provide for every need, the more you are dying inside. It's okay to even cry without shame. It's okay to heal without fear. It's okay to ask for help without feeling weak. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. See, let me tell you, the health that you have, that you are not valuing, that is your real wealth. Silence is no longer golden. Silence is dangerous. The way your boss put it, said, "Toba dake tare ma bai dake." In fact, my own brother puts it this way. He says, "Toba ke hey." Let me try to remember. Abati o kemu soro a keton sare. Each time I remember that, it just helps me recalibrate. Like, Oga, calm down. You better speak up before you can't speak up anymore. So seek help. Seek help. Seek help. You are not weak by seeking help. You are actually strong. You are wise. You are wise. So, Father, please take care of yourself. While you are taking care of, many men have not bought a new piece of clothes in 5 years. but their wives and children are always looking. Is somebody getting what I'm saying this morning? So why you put a budget down for them to get new clothes, for them to go to the restaurant, for them to do this? Add your own self to the budget. There's nothing wrong with you also looking okay. They say the true test of responsibility of a man is when you see his wife or you see his kids or his. I agree. But when you see him too, you should be able to tell. You should be able to tell. So don't die because of responsibilities that God didn't assign to only you exclusively. Yes, I know your family is your responsibility, your parents, your friends. I know, but you are not the only one. You are not the only one. And one day I will talk about that belief that we generally have, that men are the sole providers. Your job is to provide. I don't dispute that, though. Yes, one of your jobs is to provide. But what they are quick to quote is that a man that doesn't provide for his family is worse than an infidel. I tell you, if you are a sincere human being, go and pick up the Bible and read that particular chapter and tell me that you were talking about the wife or the family. Because it's absolutely wrong. Many of us don't read the Bible for ourselves. We just carry what somebody said and we run with it. It is well. Schedule a medical checkup. In fact, this month has not ended. Schedule a medical checkup for yourself to be sure you're fine. Because these people that just slump and lose their lives, it's not like they plan to, or many times there are things they've been dealing with inside that they don't know about. Because they're always working, they don't take time to find out the state of their body. And one day the body cannot take it anymore. And because the body cannot shout at you, the body just gives up. Take time to pray. Take time to talk to someone. Have a community you can be vulnerable with. It would have been great if you can do it in your own home. Women, please make it easy for your husbands to talk to you. To be vulnerable with you. To be what I like to call vulnerable honesty. The kind of honesty that you would be able to use against him, but you choose not to use against him. Because if men really told their women what they are going through, so talk to someone as a man. Talk to someone, ask for support. Build relationships. Build relationships where you can be more than a provider, where you can just be human, where nobody is asking anything of you. They just genuinely love you and they are concerned about you. Build community. I say jokingly that when God said it's not good for man to be alone, I'm going to create for him a helpmate. God wasn't talking about a wife. It was Adam that woke up from his sleep and said, see fine girl, I won't marry him. It wasn't God that gave. But that's not the topic for, because it's too controversial. But people don't want to believe the truth. So yes, your wife is your primary helper, but there are multiple people out there, other men, other women, friends, colleagues that are supposed to be helpers for you. And if you put the whole responsibility on your wife, she can't meet up now. She's just a human being like you. So in different areas of your life, ensure you have helpers. Richie called earlier and she talked about her boss, who is a wise man, and he gives her advice, counsel on how to do things. He's a helper to her. Ensure you have helpers in every area of your life. Don't overburden your wife as a man. Don't overburden your husband as a woman. The husband cannot be everything you need in this world. No one person can be everything to you. I hear women will say, he's my everything. Oh man, that is why you people have problems. They cannot be your everything. Yes, recognize their place. Very vital position they occupy. But you need more than your husband to live a successful life. You need more than your wife to live a successful life. Diversify that support. Democratize it. Require support from different people around you. Of course, you can't go around demanding support where you've not supported people. So I'm going to bring this to a close now because I want to take more calls. I was talking to a friend recently, I have a project I'm currently working on, and then by God's grace, I've been getting support from different angles. And he said that he's not surprised people are supporting me. He said, Yemi, I'm not surprised people are supporting you. You've always been there for all of us too. When we have things to do, you come through for us, you help us. So if people don't help you to be an anomaly, people would help you. And I didn't think about it until that point. And I realized that, oh, it's actually true. So also go out of your way to support people. Be a helpmate to other people so that the day you need help, it won't be difficult for you to receive help. And help is not only about money. It could just be your presence. It could just be a phone call. It could just be a pat on the back. It could just be connecting someone to another person. That's all. You know someone that has a job, that needs a job. You have a friend that has a job. Because you don't need a job doesn't mean keep quiet. Connect the person. Do you think this one will forget you or the other one? No, they won't. They may not show their gratitude yet. The day you would need help, you would see them helping you. That is their own way of showing gratitude to you. I'm going to say a very short prayer as we close. That God will heal the silent wounds of men. That God will restore strength. That God will restore strength, your peace, your joy. The help will find you. That God will fill your heart with hope. That your health will be restored. In the name of Jesus Christ. That you'd experience the kind of love that God shows humans. The kind of love where no matter how much wrong you've done, God still loves you. And He keep coming through for you. And wives, friends, show love and care to your male friends, your husbands, your male colleagues, not just for what they can do or what they do, but for who they are. Because we are primarily humans before we are other things. The critical thing Jesus said, He said, see, love God, your God, and then the second one is like it. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. So if your neighbor is a man, show him love. Show him love. Not because of what you get in return. It's just in obedience to the word of God. So fathers, you matter. Not just for what you give, but for who you are. And let me remind you that rest isn't laziness. Help isn't weakness. And silence must never again be your default. This Father's Day, choose life. Choose health. And choose joy. May God bless you in Jesus' name. Hello, good morning.